Hello, everybody. A very big welcome to all our viewers. This is the 8th episode of Smack, and I'm happy to introduce Hitesh Sharma today from Journey Om Foundation.
Thank you.
He's been very much involved with yoga, and I must say, if I can, the politics of yoga in Rishikesh and India. And Hitesh is currently living in a beautiful town, actually the capital of
Thank you very
Uttarakhand,
much,
which
Kamla.
is in the northern region of India. And Dehradun is 45 minutes away from Rishikesh. It's actually also the closest airport to Rishikesh. So there's a lot of traffic coming through Dehradun
Your
from
voice gone,
people
Kamla.
throughout the year on their way to Rishikesh. I know I've used that route many times. It's a beautiful, beautiful drive on the motorbike through the mountains and the forest area. So Hitesh, thank you so much for your time. Please introduce yourself to everybody. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank Kamla. I want to say this to everybody that right now we are here just to say hello. And I'm so happy that, Kamla, so many people watching me in South Africa and then everywhere. And I'm really grateful and I feel honored to be the part of this show. Thank you so much for calling me here. Thank you.
Thank you. Hitesh, tell us about Journey Om and what was your vision when you started this enterprise in Rishikesh?
Sure. Kamla, I have done so much things in my life as I'm a sales and marketing professional who worked for almost good 12 years in India in different brands. I'm a cricketer, played cricket in India and London, represented my country. And I'm an international yoga trainer, art of living trainer. So done so many things, lived all emotions. I'm 37 at the moment. So 5 years back, when I was done with everything, in everybody's life, there comes an instance where you feel like being with your own self. So that was a time when I got a breakthrough in my life and started this journey. And my journey started with my Gurudev. So I would like to bow down to my Gurudev first of all, Shri Ravi Shankar. So I started working and living with my Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar, art of living courses, and things happened and it was happening. I was getting more deep meditation, yoga, and many other rituals, Indian Hindu rituals. So in 2017, after living ashram life, met all the gurus. I'm very much connected in my country and other countries to with the politicians, sports stars, celebrities, and any and every, because I have lived my life and I have loved everybody, so got so much of love. But after looking all and giving a stroll in every sections of, I felt that there is something missing called true love, and there is something which is a big issue nowadays in everybody's life. So it's everywhere. I found it everywhere, be into spiritual zones of India and other countries, meeting so many gurus and people. I realized that
I
there is so much of
I have something that is wanting to come through from me at the moment, and I just want to explain to the viewers as well. And the reason why I've called this series Smack is because it's very much intuitive. And when I'm in these conversations with people like yourself, I get messages and it's questions that I'd like to ask to give people a little bit more knowledge and understanding of what a guru really is. And you're talking about true love, real love. We can say it's unconditional love. My
Mhm.
idea when I started yoga 7 years ago was not necessarily to find a guru, but from what I understand, a guru is a sage or a mystic, and it's somebody who doesn't necessarily abide by
Mhm.
any rules in today's day and age. But we've been so greatly misguided to believing that we can rely on somebody else for this kind of enlightenment when we all have such unique and individual journeys. So what is your idea of a guru and how has that impacted your journey? Because as you know, mine was very much intuitive and I had no guidance when I was busy with my own journey.
hmm Like Pamela, as I am a Brahmin, though I don't believe in caste, creed, religion, and all these things, I believe in humanity. And Journey Home Foundation and Journey Home itself is living, and it's based on this fact that spirituality is reality and reality is humanity. So we are based on humanity grounds. So being into a Brahmin family, the way I've been raised, so our first guru, which I have followed in my life, from where I have learned everything, from where I got so much of insight of living this journey now. So it came from my parents. So guru for me is someone. It might not meet you in a orange color or clothes or anything. A guru is somebody who's guiding you for the right. A guru is someone who makes you go to the next level of your own being. Guru is someone who someone who loves you unconditionally and pushes you to the best. So guru can be anybody, be it like for me, a guru is somebody. Even if I'm walking on the road, I found a small little child, I spoke to him or her for a minute, and if I got to know something really, for me it's a guru, because guru means guidance, guru means light, guru means path, something where you can walk on freely with no baggages of emotions, past impressions and everything, and there are no desires, just happiness and your focused way. So guru
Do you
is just
believe maybe
somebody
it's
who
to the detriment, that there've been a lot of seekers from the West coming to Rishikesh? Is it to our detriment that we've sought these people that have now placed themselves up on pedestals, that the whole foundation and the essence of what Rishikesh has been built on is really failing the purity of yoga?
Yeah, if you will talk about Rishikesh in India, and from where I started the journey, my center in Lakshman Jula in Rishikesh, journey home. So what I found living there, because I'm not going Rishikesh for the first time, or I went there for my work, because I'm not at the moment working. I have everything in my life. We are settled. We are like one of the richest businessmen in New Zealand. We are doing really well in this country too. So this is just out of love, whatever I'm living now. So what I realized, and I living there and meeting people, talking to every individual, that at the moment people are lost. And I see not only in Rishikesh country, because I am not much online, I'm not much onto Facebook and social media, but I still watch sometimes. So I'm watching people have got, they are living in illusions. Like I meet people when I go to Rishikesh, when I was there, that, oh, I want to enlighten myself. This itself will not let you enlighten, because when you talk about enlightenment, when you talk about path of yoga, when you talk about meditation, it is just a course, it's just not a package, it's just not a few days thing. It is something in which you have to deeply dive. You have to
Yes.
go to the like nowadays this yoga alliance 1 month yoga teachers training, I find it so foolish. And what people have found now from the other countries coming to Rishikesh, because if you talk about a bigger perspective, yoga is just like a tool for everybody who's not doing anything. Out of only 20 people are the real practitioners who are following yoga from long many years, then
Yes.
they felt that they want to get into yoga. Most of the people are just coming as a tool, that I am a yoga trainer, somebody is calling themselves, I'm a Reiki master, I'm a meditation teacher.
Yeah.
So it was all these
It's
things
actually
happening in Rishikesh.
it's encouraged the use of titles, and and by doing that it encourages not just ego based
Yeah,
characteristics and I am and it's mine and it's me, but also
yeah,
we're isolating ourselves because of it. And I think you and I both understand how important karma yoga and service to others is when we're talking
yes,
about yoga as a
yes,
package, and how
yes,
important is that experience in Rishikesh itself to do more in that environment to really harness that spirit.
yes, because people think that yoga is just like doing Ashtanga yoga, Hatha yoga, uh, Ashtanga Vinyasa. They are just getting into the form of yoga. form. But Pamela, yoga is a very, very vast subject in ancient time, because whatever people now and this in whole world from other talking and boosting on is yoga, meditation. It's all something which came from India. It's our traditions.
Yes.
And for getting and learning these traditions, people spend so many years with some real masters in their ashrams or gurukuls, and then they got this vidya, which we call the studies or the certificates where they go and teach. Nowadays, somebody who's not doing anything, he's lean or he have nothing to do, he's becoming yoga teacher because he just need to pay simple money. He's gonna get a
It's been formulated for a
certificate.
classroom environment. It's been
Yeah,
formulated for our
yeah.
Western society and this fast-paced life that we're being forced to live. Well,
Yeah,
I think our perceptions are changing
people
now
are
during
not
lockdown.
realized.
Yeah,
Yes, because this lockdown, Pamela, for me, I don't read newspapers, I don't watch television, I don't go on YouTube, and I don't learn anything from whatever is being told in the books. I have not read any books, though I'm a Brahmin. I am born in India. I have not read any scriptures or any mythological things which people are going crazy for, because every guru, all the big saints, they say empty yourself, and people are filling themselves with too much of knowledge. So whatever I am living is all real. I live on my own, and people are just getting lost. The only thing and only yoga people at the moment should perform. And this epidemic, the coronavirus, have made people realize that karma is the only yoga. If
mm,
you're on the planet, you're here to serve. If you're on the planet, you have to take care of everybody. You cannot run away. So this epidemics and this corona is just like something which is being brought by us, because whatever is happening in the moment in the countries, if we talk about China is trying to become the supreme power. He's helping all these terrorist countries, Pakistan. He's getting into this zone wherein he want to just be the boss, like earlier USA used to be. But now this corona, what have done? China brought this virus to all the countries. People are getting affected. People are really, not liking China, and ready to, fight or file cases, whatever. Many things are happening for China, and the kind of stuff which China produces and have given it in all countries, it's very bad plastic, very bad, dangerous, things. So now people have realized that what China did is just like he first wanted business, that
yeah.
he caused coronavirus. He spread it everywhere. He's safe now. He's selling all the medical equipments and utilities, whatever. That too of naughty, so people should die. He's supporting this terrorism by supporting Pakistan and all these countries.
I want
So
to
very
come. I
soon
want to come
China
back
will,
to
yeah,
calm. I
yeah.
want to come back to what we were saying about karma yoga before we get completely lost in what this virus is doing in our
Yeah,
world.
yeah, it's a very nice,
Um,
Corona, because I'm really enjoying this
I
lockdown.
believe
For me,
that
it's not a lockdown.
through our service, we are understanding what it means to be healers as karma yogis and people serving others. And I think that's a very necessary progression for all our yoga teachers to understand that they have the power and the
Yes,
purpose to grow within
yeah,
themselves and do a hell of a lot more than what they are currently doing in the classroom. You know,
yeah,
as you say, these yogis and all the gurus and swamis from Rishikesh, they were used to teaching out on the streets and doing pilgrimages and living in the environment and in nature. And
yeah,
when I look at what is happening in the world and how much we've invested into countries like America and China, when we should be looking at the third world developing countries like India, how resourceful you are,
India gonna be
how
in.
you cope
Mhm.
under crisis situations like this more so than anywhere else in the world.
Like Pamela, India, I'll tell you, it's not being proud. Though I'm proud being the part of my country, it's a very auspicious land I'm born on. And very soon, this country is rising onto a very good, rapid, speed in this whole world in terms of humanity. And the karma yoga itself is explains that you have to help, you have to come forward. So if you must have seen during this lockdown period in India, so many people to help each other, this and that, but still we are not affected much as compared to other countries. India has been saved by our Modi ji, that he did a great job. And karma yoga is not for any particular country, it is for our own self. Because if I'm human and if I'm living inhuman to the society, to the environment, to the animals, then what I'm gaining? Because if we talk about Rishikesh, I saw the condition of the animals on the street,
Yes.
the trash which people are throwing next to the Ganga and in the jungles and everything. Even Indians and even foreigners, they're just having a good time and they're going to the cafes, they're just chilling.
Yeah.
So it's not yoga, because
No.
a yogi is very much concerned about others before being concerned for himself. He will be there first to help others, then he will think for himself. But in the world, yogis are just like now, superior models, that earlier used to be that the people used to become models and all. So second is that yoga is, oh,
If
I'm
the
a
if the
yogi.
basis of yoga, not all the schools are yoga alliance registered, but if the basis of yoga, and it's been taught to us by ancient sages and out of the Upanishads, it's in the Bhagavad Gita how important karma yoga was. Why is it still only designated 1 hour within a syllabus, a 200-hour syllabus, regardless of whether it's been written by Yoga Alliance and you've got to go through the systematic ridiculousness of learning yoga like the Americans want you to. I understand,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, it wasn't written for karma yoga to go out on the streets in an American society, but the Indians have not held on to that. That was supposed to be the path to enlightenment and self-realization, is actually doing that service.
this is
Now
like
it gets 1 hour in the 200-hour syllabus.
Pamela, if you try to understand this from perspective, uh, I take this planet like a planet. I don't distribute it among like countries. If being Indian or anybody from country, I found them like energies or people living together. So it is just because of few things: money, power, lust, and greed. This world has been very like they're living like foolish. So even in India, that's what my question was when I was in Rishikesh. I spoke with everybody, all the teachers or all most of the schools. They are my friends. They know me. They are not doing anything wrong. There could be done much more. This Ayush ministry now is being introduced in this country from long time, from so many years. So many people from our side in India, they went to other countries. They are living there. They're promoting Ayurveda, yoga, Unani, and naturopath. And, whatever is Indian is being now described to everybody that what exactly it is, what are the benefits. But the ones who are doing it, even if you see so many people I've seen coming to Rishikesh and they do yoga, but most of them, they are lost souls. They are not getting results. Even I have so many students, they call me up, even they have done yoga courses, 500, 300. They are very happy till the time they're doing the courses or they're
Yeah.
enjoying Rishikesh, they are or in the cafes or in the mountains a little. The time as they get into the aircraft, they get into the same zone, because you have to change your mind, body, soul with yoga. Yoga cannot just transform your looks. Yoga
Yes.
transform you within to all the levels. So
It's a very physically intensive course, that first 200 hours, and actually if that could be spread out into a 300-hour syllabus so that you're gaining more um, knowledge in a 300-hour, because I was greatly disappointed in my 300-hour syllabus. I didn't feel like it was giving me any understanding of what is really needed to become a channel. We want this union, not with just with mind, body, spirit, but with God and the cosmos and the universe as well, so that we can really embrace and understand this oneness. But it there's almost just no tie in to understand how we need to get there. And I've managed to accomplish that for myself, although I can't practice it every day. But serving on the streets in that way brought so many answers.
yes, uh, we all live a life wherein we are comfort zones. Some are provided by the families. Some of us, we we do our own things and we are into comforts. But Tamla, living in this country, I can say I'm connected from the bottom things which start from the ground level to the top level.
Yes.
But the realization, have come, and they only come when you meet who are below, not in terms of money standard, the lifestyle or maybe things which they have around. When you go to the saddest and saddest areas, you go to meet kids who are living next to so much wealth and everything. When you talk to them, when you see still so much of happiness is there and they have nothing, and
Yeah.
there are so much so much things happen inside, you go below you. And karma yoga cleanses, what is karma? Karma means you doing your serving.
Mm.
So when you do service for any or any, be it with animals, be it with humans, be it with nature, when you plant trees, so you bow to your own self, you bow down to the nature, you bow down to the gods, rather than going down to the gods, going to the church or going to the temple or going to the mosque. People are just using even gods. I have seen in this country and other countries, when I speak to people of so many belief and different religions, or they talk about Jesus, oh Shiva, oh Allah. But
It's all
I
a
want to
projection.
ask everybody who have seen Jesus, who have seen Allah, who have seen Shiva, who have seen Krishna. Whatever we are reading, it's all about someone who read and who have wrote written it, and he made a book of it. We called it that these are our Bible, this is our Gita, this is our Quran. But if you are not being human, and even if you meet so many sages, you may live with so many gurus, you go to so many temples, your life is zero.
Yeah.
Because if you want to reach to the only way to reach God is to get within yourself, love yourself, know yourself more. Who am I? Get out, help the people. God comes in the play, and God loves you. So for me, I have taken God as just faith. I know there is supreme power, and I respect all the religions. I have so many friends who are Muslim, who are Christians, who are many different religions. But I have just if I see any temple, I say hello. If I say any mosque, I say hello, because I know there is God. I don't want to name him. I don't want to make my God supreme, or I want to tell that this God is inferior. This is all division which has been done in this world by the politicians. Number one, who has spoiled humanity. Second, human got crazy for money, or few things wherein he's limited now. He has limited access to his own family or his own being or learning sources. So we come out of this zone. This lockdown is a very great period. I'm really having a good time. So many things are happening. So much of learning. I'm meeting. I'm doing so many Zoom calls with so many people from the world. So it is a time to connect with our own self. And people are so unlucky that people got a children. They have to do nothing for all these days. They are in their home. Still they are, because this is human mind. This is like our consciousness, which we are made like that, of a cribbing nature. Always we feel lack. Even if we, even if somebody have a Ferrari, you're like, oh no, I want to go on to the next one.
Yeah. We've been
Thankful. So
habitually
this,
conditioned to,
everybody should feel thankful.
yes, gratitude is important. I
Very
would like
much.
to ask you, Hitesh, whenever it is that this lockdown crisis ends and you reopen your doors to Journey Home, what are your intentions now to incorporate your karma yoga services, volunteer projects? You also mentioned something about a cricket exchange, which is very interesting for me coming from South Africa.
Yeah, we do send our team from India to South Africa. Now we're talking to you that we can, bring people. So let me just tell you about Journey Home. Journey Home studio, a wellness studio, which I opened in Rishikesh. So I opened with a vision, and I studio in a way wherein it was a platform for everybody who's coming to Rishikesh, all the Indians and all the Westerners, anybody, because I believe in humanity of humanity. So it was open for everybody who wants to come, who wants to conduct his workshop, share his knowledge. So my what I'll say, the model which I have chosen itself, connect everybody. So staying in Rishikesh, when I was there for almost good 2 years, I met so many people, friends. So now I have crossed that milestone to the next milestone. I've entered Dehradun. So we have a property here in the mountains, very nice, wherein where because there was some in that studio, it was not that big, so there was space issues. So we have moved on to a different property now with a bigger prospect, and our prospect is just to share love and care. So our Journey Foundation is a volunteer based organization wherein everybody and so many people are already a part of our community, and it's a community with the like-minded people. We are living together already. So people come, they can stay with us, they can do karma yoga, and we are not just making calling it as karma yoga, or I don't want to language anymore now, because honestly speaking, I myself feel sick because nobody's following it. People are just talking about it, or they read, or they sharing that they have become masters of. So we are calling our spaces now in India as spiritual park, and it's a community living wherein we have a membership. People membership, just not like we talking about money. Membership means that person we should know as a person, as a like a founder, or as we have a team. We should know, like Pamela is coming from South Africa, so what her goals are. So now at the moment we are moving, and we have people who will walk and who will talk the path, the realities. We are in Dehradun, so we are supporting the villages and the mountains, and it's a cultural based program wherein people are coming here, they're staying in the mountains, and staying in the local cuisine, enjoying the local culture, traditions, and people who are coming from each other, different other countries, they are also sharing their culture. They can relate, they do any things. So I just came up with this idea, and we all are now moving with the same, that we have to work towards humanity. Let's not talk too much about spirituality, because again I will say spirituality is reality, and reality is humanity. If you are a good human, if you are taking care of your family and your society, you're helping the needies, and you being the part, you're sharing your part for nature and animals, then you talk about spirituality, or then you talk about gods, then it suits. Just talking about gods and talking about religion is distributing. So it's a very nice platform made for love, sharing love, and coming together. And but as it gets over, so our property is almost ready, and I will share the details with you. People can come in, and you are already a part of it. So you're most welcome. And
Thank
daughter
you.
this time,
That's
let her also
fantastic.
explore India.
So
And it is just love, Pamela, I want to share.
the best way for people to get in touch with you, Hitesh, should they find you on Facebook?
Yeah, you can find us on the Facebook, or at the moment, people who all are watching us or must be listening our conversation. I would request you all that if you have something, because it's a community wherein we all have something or other in us. Like Hitesh is a dancer, so whenever I'm traveling to India, we are coming up together. We are doing some programs. We have so many festivals together, wherein we all can meet, and then we go to different places in the mountain, explore nature, and staying there, we share our love. Like dancer, I'm teaching kids some dance. If Pamela, you have something, you are a good painter, you can take some courses, and you can take some classes for in the mountains. You can teach something to the ladies there. We can give them some, because it's all out of our creativities which we have got.
Yes,
We just need to share. So it is just a platform wherein we should do it all together.
that's beautiful.
So the email address will be the best source. Then I can read about people more, whatever they have gone through. So I will request you all, if you can send your a little information or send you a little introduction on contact us at the rate journey, journey foundation foundation .org. So contact us at the rate journey foundation.org. You can send an
fantastic.
introduction, and from there I can connect with the people, and they can find us on Facebook and insert to everywhere.
Well, Hitesh, the current situation in South Africa, in Cape Town, where I'm from, is putting so much strain on our youth. And I'm really looking forward to, hopefully soon, at the beginning of next year, whenever it might be, that our travel bans lift and we can really start getting more involved with volunteer programs that can help our youth and create a lot more awareness about what is happening in India, how vital it is to incorporate some kind of service in the growth and development of who we are, and also to provide some kind of out of the box ideas to our youth, because it concerns me so much that this is the route that we're going in South Africa. And besides the crime and violence, and in Cape Town specifically, the drugs and the alcohol and the protesting that is happening around that during lockdown at the moment, I think the psychological and emotional effects that it's having on our youth here is going to have more longer term effects. So please, let's continue working on these ideas together, and broadening our
Sure.
viewpoint when it comes to this sort of thing.
Yes, Pamela, I am always with you, and India is always, I will not just say myself because again the EU comes up. So we are one as a family already in, in this country. And if you want, we, and once the lockdowns gets over, as we already have discussed, we will talk to the government, and we will plan out something wherein, we can lift up the ban on traveling to Africa, or our team, we all can go, we can, because, and even in South Africa I have a lot of Indian friends. So we will do some, share with them with out of love and, sharing, and things will get better soon, because I'm not just worried about India, Pamela, and I'm not just doing it to make money. Journey Home Foundation, this our NGO, it is out of love, and I want to work on humanity, not only in India, on this whole planet, in other countries too. So we have a lot of people who are already a part of our community from other countries. So we are not just talking about India. I'm really happy that you shared your part of South Africa. So wherever and wherever we will be required to share our love, knowledge, and, which people can bring in back their own self, they will be able to connect with their own self and realize that, being humble, being like caring is the only way of living happily. The
Well,
more
I
we talk
feel
about
truly
ourselves,
I feel very blessed and grateful for being able to have this bridge between us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you so much, Pamela, for your time. And Pamela, it is always there.
All
Oh
right.
my.
Om Namo
And thanks
Shivaya.
to everybody. And let me say thanks to all the viewers and people who all will be watching us together on this show. I request you all to connect with us and to connect with your own self in this lockdown period. Few tips I would like to give, for lockdown. P1 is just stay healthy, eat healthy, don't think too much, learn something, add in your, something in your personal life, learn out from old times what you did, you were creative in, learn that. And fifth, be together. The more we are together, the more we are strong. So let's make a difference.
Yes.
Thank you so very much, Pamela.
Keep
It was
communicating, keep
amazing talking
sharing.
to you. Yes, ma'am,
Thank you
always.
so much. God
Om
bless
Namah
you.
Shivaya.
Bye bye,
Same to
everybody.
you.